Hey friends, I am so excited about today's recipe. It is an almond flour chicken bake with power greens. Your kids are gonna love these. It is gluten-free. It is totally functional, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So you have your recipe there with you, but you're gonna need, I'm using chicken tenders today. I buy mine at Costco. You're gonna need some almond crackers. I use Simple Meals. They also have an off-brand at Aldi, just so you know. Apple cider vinegar, some lemon, and a can of coconut milk with some garlic. So I've already been soaking my chicken in my coconut, and so this is what I use. Sorry, excuse me, camera. This is what I use, but if you have an organic, that is great. So that's what I would prefer, but I didn't have any. So I'm gonna put about 3 cloves of garlic in my chicken, and so I just kind of eyeball that. About a teaspoon. You can also just use garlic powder. So I'm going to mix that up, and then I'm going to add a little bit of my lemon juice and apple cider vinegar. So you're going to need 2 tablespoons for your chicken, and then 1 is reserved for your kale. And your kids may not think they like kale until they've had this. So, bless you. I got my cameraman back there, Luke. We're blessing him. Blessing him in Jesus' name. He's going to Cambodia in less than 2 weeks. I'm not crying, you're crying. And then we've got 1/2 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. This gets that really healthy fermentation with the mother. You only want to buy apple cider vinegar with the mother. So while you are mixing this up, so I've already got my coconut milk in there. I don't know if you can see this. You can use regular milk. I just prefer coconut milk because A, it's delicious, and B, if you have dairy sensitivities, this just eliminates that problem altogether. So while that's kind of marinating, you would want to crush up your Simple Meals. I keep this in the pantry all the time. I just wanted you to see it. But it's 1 box. If you buy bulk, it's about 70 crackers. So you can have your kids mashing that up, or I put mine in my little blender and I just pulsed it a few times. And I got my gluten-free breadcrumbs right there. And so you'll then want to just batter your chicken. You could also make chicken nuggets out of this. You guys, I used Our Place pans. They changed my life. I absolutely love them. So you're going to get your pan, and then you're just going to batter your meat. So this may take you just a few minutes to do this, depending on how much chicken you have. And so I just put a few in at a time. And your kids won't even know that this is absolutely healthy. They're going to love it. And so you're just going to batter these up 1 at a time. And I'll do these and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my chicken battered up, and you can either melt some ghee or grass-fed butter, but you can also use this avocado oil just to spray. So it'll give a little crisp to it. I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. And while that's doing its magic, I am going to fix up our kale. So of course you'll want to wash your hands really well, which I've done. And this is fresh out of my garden, so I'm super proud of this. So I just chop it up. I've already kind of taken the spine of the kale out. And then you're going to take a tablespoon of lemon juice. And by the way, I forgot to add salt and pepper to the batter. When I was soaking my chicken, I just added it at the end. So if that happens to you, no big deal. I mess up recipes all the time. So once you get your kale kind of chopped up, you're going to put it in a bowl. And this is where the kale magic happens. Kale magic here, you're seeing it live. So you're going to put your kale in a bowl, and then this is going to be massaged with a tablespoon of lemon juice. And then here's the kale magic. The kale magic is when the avocado comes in. So you can use like a regular avocado, but avocado magic also is if you just buy this avocado mash. And so you could do either one. So if you choose an avocado, you can scoop that out, or you can use not guacamole, but avocado mash. So depending on what you choose to do, you just put that on top of your kale. And then pop that seed out. And then you scoop that in. Depending on how much kale you have, you may not even need the whole avocado. So this is fun for kids too. You literally just start to mash this all up together to where it's this amazing avocado kale concoction. And it's gonna wilt down that kale. You can add a little bit of salt to that, of course, which you should. And then you just start to plate that once you wash your hands. And your chicken will plate right on top of this. So I'm gonna wash up and make these look amazing for our plates, and I'll be right back. Okay team, it's showtime. So I have my kale and avocado situation mashed up and ready to go. And I'm pulling out my, not avocado, but my almond crusted chicken. Super excited about this dish. Look how amazing that looks. I am so excited about this whole situation. So you're just gonna take a couple of these, plate this. You could add a wonderful sweet potato to this dish for some beautiful color. You could also just cut up some strawberries and just do a simple fruit on the side. But these tenders are so large, it's almost like a full-breasted chicken. So, but this is the almond crusted power greens recipe, and I am confident that you are gonna love it.